mind like if I'm not talking like this. So also I have ointment on my mouth because I was brushing with my bamboo toothbrush and I didn't realize how badly it was like scraping or my mouth. Anyways, that's weird that I didn't realize that. But long time no see. Long time no see. Um, the past month has been hectic for me. Um, I could like write a whole book. Um, so I started having insomnia. I went on a diet, right? I stopped eating when I was at work. I wasn't eating as much. I was just eating like one thing in the day because I was trying to lose weight. And as you can see in my face, it worked. But um, so I was on a diet when I was working, but I also was working with chemicals because I was a um, housekeeper. I was doing a housekeeping job, and then I got sick. I was going through some stress, and then there was stress with the chemicals, stress in my personal life, stress here, stress there. So, also my body was physically stressed because I wasn't eating. I was emotionally stressed. I was physically stressed from my job and not eating, and then I'm not realizing how many stresses I was putting on my body at the time, but it was a lot. Um, so I guess my stomach, I was told I had IBS when I was younger, so I wasn't realizing how badly my stomach acids were probably damaging my stomach and my intestines. Um, I started to have insomnia, bad stomach aches, and insomnia. I wasn't eating meat. I was only eating. I wasn't eating at all, actually. Um, and now that's putting everything into perspective for me. I wasn't eating much or drinking a lot either. Like, so my stomach acids are probably just like gnawing at my gut, like my stomach lining and my intestines. So I had insomnia, which also worsened the healing of my gut. I had to really cut everything out. I started having these horrible feelings in my body, like shock. Like I would feel like my body is like shutting down. I would get these cold waves through my body, heart palpitations. I couldn't breathe. I went to the ER like 6 or 7 or 8 times. I went to other doctors to try to find out what was wrong with me. My insurance wasn't working because of my old insurance. So I'm like, oh, I have to pay things out of pocket? Like this is crazy. I don't have a job. Then going to the hospital, I don't have insurance. Like everything just felt like it was going downhill. Then I went to one emergency room and I just told them like I need help, like mental help, because I just thought, okay, maybe I'm just having like a mental breakdown. It's anxiety because they were telling me, do you just have anxiety because your blood pressure is normal, your heart rate is a little high, and they're doing blood tests and they're like, there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I obviously feel like I'm dying. I feel tired. Like what are you talking about? Um, At one point, I thought I had hyperthyroidism because my doctor did a test and he said that my thyroid levels was really low. I started drinking cabbage juice because I heard it was good for your gut. I don't know if cabbage juice can interfere with thyroid levels on the test. Like within one day, I was drinking cabbage juice, and 2 day. I mean, I started drinking cabbage juice, and 2 days later, he said, "Oh, your thyroid is actually normal." So I don't know. I don't know if it was stress. But at one point in my mind, I just told myself, like, I'm okay. Sometimes you just have to, even though I didn't feel like it, and I'm still not 100% right now, I just decided to go live because this is the best that I've felt in a good while. I think I'm starting to get to the root of the problem. So I'm able to talk and feel motivated to share. But the past month has been rough. Like, this is the worst I've ever felt in my entire life. I'm really working through those emotions that I was talking about 2 months ago, talking about working through your emotions. I mean, I was talking about it. Now I'm actually doing it, and I just find it funny how whenever I talk on a topic, I'm always experiencing it after. Like now, God's like, okay, you got the wisdom. Let's see if you could live through it. Let's see if you really wise. Let's see. So I find that really funny. I'm starting to feel a little bit more sensation over here, which is I never could really feel it before, but now I can. I've been doing like somatic things, and that's amazing. I'm happy about that. I think I am healing for real, and seeing where the issue was. My diet has not been good this entire year from January. I was dieting. Oh my God, yes, I started dieting in December last year. I was losing weight. I was on the treadmill and I was running. Oh, my stomach was burning a little. I was running, and yeah, I gotta do some healing from that time till now. Still, my body's telling me there's still some emotions that I need to process. I'm working on it every day. My gut doesn't burn as much as it used to. Well, I'm doing the emotional and the physical things to heal. I've bought so much vitamins. I've bought this. I bought vitamin B. I bought B complex, berberine, ashwagandha. All my money from my paycheck has gone towards medicines and well vitamins that is and natural healing things. I thought I had SIBO. I thought I had a parasite. I did a parasite cleanse, and that's what really knocked my whole digestive system off. Like I really took myself from 0 to 100. Like I wasn't doing well, and then after I did a parasite cleanse for a week, I didn't know I was supposed to do a binding. I didn't know I was supposed to bind the parasite. So then I had an extreme die off, and I think that the parasite cleanse burned, caused ulcers in my gut because that burning was there, was gnawing, and I feel like it was the oil. I didn't really concentrate the thyme oil. It was very strong. I was doing thyme oil, black seed oil, and all these oils are just burning. I'm not eating, so it's burning the walls of my stomach. That's what I really think happened. So I stopped that, the parasite cleanse. And do I still think I have parasites? Yeah, I still do think we all do, right? No, we not on. Well, we're gonna get them throughout our life. I would say we have bacterias. I just did a whole bunch of research on the gut and the brain because there is a large. Every time my stomach starts to turn, my vision or something gets a little blurry. So I know that my microbiome of my gut, even if they say the conscious and subconscious, I really am believing that there is a strong gut brain connection. Like I'm experiencing it firsthand. I'm like, my vision is like shaky. I'm feeling like I can't balance myself. I'm getting dizzy when I'm doing normal things that I would do before. Um, but I realize there's one thing that I remember that I said to my mom earlier this year when I was dieting again. I was dieting and I wasn't feeling well. And then I ate some meat that she made. And I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to have like meat products. Like I tried to do vegan and veg. I tried to do go vegan, but it's not for my body. Like I cannot do vegan diets as much as I try. Um, the food just isn't like it used to be. So we have to go, some of us have to do animal based products, animal based items. Sorry, my lips. I'm saying sorry. They're dry. I'm saying sorry for. Been through a lot past month and a half. Oh my God. If you're seeing this, congratulations. We made it. Oh, God damn. It's crazy. I'm realizing I also have a cavity that's really bad at the back. The wisdom tooth. Crazy. Oh, I've learned so much. I don't need this. I don't need no beauty filter. Retouch off. I don't need that. Anyways, um, so yeah, it's insane. Today is like one of the first days that I'm finally understanding what's missing. Let's see if my eyes look dark. Somewhat. I haven't been sleeping well. for the past week, I've finally started sleeping better. Like I'm not up all night. Like I cannot sleep. I'm finding ways to sleep, which is like upping my protein intake because I wasn't eating protein at all. My body was like, well, I was getting plant proteins here and there, but not to the extent that my body needs to function. Um, I think because I've been starving myself since last December, um, it's really taking a toll. And then I did the parasite cleanse, so that like depleted my electrolytes. It depleted everything, like all the minerals. So I started taking like vitamins. My doctor is telling me like, yeah, you're still low on some, but some are very high and then some are very low. So I'm trying to find that equilibrium. I'm gonna continue the same diet for let's see how long, but today I just feel so much better. I did take ashwagandha yesterday. I had a bad reaction. My throat felt like it was closing up, so I'm not taking that anymore. I took half of an ashwagandha pill, actually, not even the full. So if half is doing that to me, then I'm not taking it at all. My anxiety medications, I don't want to talk about it. It does make me, I'm not gonna lie, that makes me feel better in the headspace. Like I think something also happened to like my neurotransmitters, like when it comes to like GABA. I've also messed that up. So I was going through a very depressed, like 3 weeks ago, I was very depressed and anxious, and I was having heart palpitations every 3 minutes, and it was debilitating. Like I was scared. I I was feeling weak when I was walking on the streets, like, but I wasn't eating, so that also played a part. Because I was in the hospital, and then I got an order from a nearby smoothie shop for like a $17 smoothie, bro. Like I was it was I was in a dire situation. I had to pay $17 for that smoothie. It had kale, it had pineapple, it had a whole bunch of stuff, right? After I drank that, I had clarity in my mind again. I didn't realize it at that time. I just thought the medication he gave me. So I went to the what's it called? See, I'm still not. I went to the psych ward for a night, and I walked into the psych ward, and they take all my stuff. That was my first time ever going to a psych ward. They took all my stuff. I might do a real video on this. And I went into the room like two other random girls, like two other random women. And that was one of the first nights of my insomnia, 2, 3 weeks without sleeping. That was the first time that I slept a full 3 hours in like a month, 3.5 hours in a month. That was, or 4 hours. That was the first time I slept a full 4 hours with two random strangers at either side of me. They could have woke up in the middle of the night and done, I don't know what. But there was a cop in like the middle room because there was a girl who got arrested and she had to stay there because she needed evaluation. Anyways, hold on. These brows, they're actually growing back. I haven't really looked at them. Oh, shoot. So I'm getting myself back on track and still doing more testing because there's obviously still something I obviously know. I don't want to say there's anything wrong. Let's not say that. Let's speak it out of existence. I'm okay. I'm doing fine. I'm great. I'm wonderful. I'm perfectly fine. And I know a lot of all of, like, I know these issues don't only stem from not eating. I know that it's also coming from trauma. Um, I can laugh about it, but trauma is a serious topic. This all stems from a lot of traumatic things that I've gone through. And recently I'm realizing how people around me, like my mom, I'm not gonna blame her. Well, like my mom's gonna when I tell her that I'm going through something traumatic or something happened, she tells me, no, that didn't happen. Like, how are you trying to invalidate my truth and my reality? And that can deepen people, and that can cause people to fall deeper into a mental, prison. That's why therapy, I think therapy is such a good thing because It allows people to speak their truth, even if it sometimes makes no sense to the therapist or psychologist or whoever's in front of you. Letting it out is so important, and somebody validating your feelings, because sometimes you just need that, you know? Something happened to you was bad and someone tells you, oh, get over it. You really hold it in your body. You really hold it in your body, and it physically hurts you. Some people it physically hurts, or it's hurting some people and they don't even realize that they're hurting. They're just hurting everyone else around them, and they're hurt, and they don't even realize that they're hurting inside. They're not realizing that they're still holding on to the pain and hurt, and causing it to harm everybody around them and themselves. They don't even realize they're harming themselves. So luckily, like, I still have good, I can still think and talk in ways. um so yeah, I think it was a very traumatic experience. It really is still testing my faith, and I'm keeping strong. By the power of God, I'm keeping strong. I just can't believe I lost so much weight. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was saying in my head 2 months ago, I was like, God, am I gonna go through something and then lose mad weight, but in an unfavorable way? And that's exactly what happened. It's crazy. The things I say, I'll be okay. I'm going to heal. And let me speak it out now. I'm okay. I'm going to heal. I'm going to get better. And just know that we all get better if we have hope and faith. We still have that feeling that, things won't be great. But we could at least tell ourselves that it will be okay. We could just tell ourselves this is going to work out in ways unimaginable. This is going to work out. I'm not even going to realize that it's going to work out in a way that's not going to make any sense, but it's going to work out. It's going to work out. This is why I feel like the name we are given, my name is Imani, it means faith. So I feel like that's my biggest test. Test in your life is your name. Having faith is has always been the biggest test in my life. Um, Here's another crazy thing. I actually cried in front of someone. That is not, I openly just was crying because I was scared. I had like three bad panic attacks, and I called the ambulance for like two. I kept having panic attacks. Like, I kept feeling like I was losing my sanity. And I think my nervous system started to attack itself because I could actually feel it going to my brain. Like, I started feeling cold, and it's just it's like a panic attack feeling. Like, it's very scary, and it you really don't want to go through it alone. That's how I was feeling. Like, somebody hold me, hug me. I'm scared. Like, it was bad. Not even breathing could help. My heart was nothing. Nothing could help. Um, so I would realize also that I would go through the horrible panic attacks, and once I got in the hospital, I would be calm. I would feel safe because I'm like, okay, the doctors are here. If anything happens, I'm good. So I'm realizing that started to have anxiety about my health. Like, I started to, like, not trust myself. Like, I need to go to the doctor. Any little thing that was occurring in my body because I didn't understand. But now I'm like, it's a little more manageable. Like, if I'm feeling something that's uncomfortable, I'll just sit with it. If I'm having heart palpitations, I'll just sit with it, and I'll really just start breathing, like doing my breathing exercises, and ask myself, like, what do I want to feel right now? What do I want to feel right now? What am I avoiding to feel that wants to be felt? I want myself to cry more. It's really been an experience. Anyways, I'm glad that I went live. My hands are even aging, like, from my gut. My skin is aging because I'm, like, not getting the right. I wish you could see. Yeah, I'm not getting the right vitamins. My nails are kind of brittle. My hair was falling out. Still is falling out. I just have inflammation that I'm working on. I think chewing cloves and trying to follow an anti-inflammatory diet, and getting more meat in my diet. Number one, because um, the vegetables and fruits is just not enough. I have to have, like, a full uh, what is it called? Nutrient rich, you know, no dairy, nutrient rich diet. So take care if you see this. Have faith that despite what you're going through, it will improve. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just sit and listen to yourself. Sit and listen to the little things in your body. Okay? We don't always need to seek. I've bought so much things that I like vitamins that I don't need because I was trying to find out what was wrong with me by seeking. But sometimes the answers will find you. I always say that you don't have to continuously search for the answers because they will find you when it is time. They will find you, and they always do. Nothing in life stays hidden. Nothing. And I have a lot to share. So bye. Take care. Have faith, have faith, have faith.